if your house or classroom is unorganized, the chaos can actually make learning harder for children. With really busy back-to-school routines, you shouldn't let clutter get in the way of learning. I'm here with Sabrina Soto, design expert, who will share her do-it-yourself organization hacks using a brand that's been around for years, Velcro. Welcome, Sabrina.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why is it so important to have organized learning environments for students?
Because as we all know, if you have kids, having an organized environment, both at home and in the classroom, makes learning easier, and it makes parents' lives a lot less stressful too. I mean, even just as adults, if you know that your house is a mess, it's a lot harder to get back into the swing of things on Mondays. The same goes for kids. Making sure that everything's organized before the busy back-to-school season is key.
Can you share with us some of your DIY organization hacks?
Yes. Okay. So I have some really great products to show you today. First, the Velcro brand press lock bags are one of my favorite new things because they keep everything separated. They're really easy to open and close, which is key for kids. And they come in different sizes and they still have a color band. So it's easy to keep things tidy, not only in a backpack, but in the kids' rooms and even in the classrooms. Teachers can use them for puzzle pieces, arts and craft supplies, things like that. Secondly, everybody has this somewhere in their house, this cord clutter. So using the one wrap ties to keep everything organized is really easy. And if you have multiple family members, using the color-coded one wrap ties are great because everybody can have their designated color, so we're not fighting over whose charger is this, whose cord is this. Everybody has their pre-cut wrap ties on their chargers. And you could even use the same ties on pencils, markers, highlighters, things like that.
Do you have a favorite tip for keeping clutter organized?
Well, I think, doing it little by little is the way that I do it with my clients, because I feel like, especially if you have everything is completely upside down, the thought of tackling it all at once is a little bit much. So I think my tip is to just take it, just step by step. Don't try to tackle it all at once. But using pieces and using solutions and products that are really easy to use makes it a lot easier to get the kids involved in the process too. I know it seems like it's boring to organize, but I'm telling you, if you make it fun for kids, it becomes part of their lifestyle rather than a chore.
You recently completed a classroom makeover. What was the most exciting part of that?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I was able to redo a classroom in Joplin. Everybody in the whole community was so great. And I got to really incorporate a lot of color into the space where it was a little bland before. But one way that I incorporated color that you could actually do at home is using the sticky back for fabric to make toss pillows. These are just 2 dinner napkins. And the reason why I use dinner napkins is because they're already hemmed. You don't have to worry about hemming it or ironing them. And then using the sticky back on the corners, putting them together, fusing them together, this becomes permanent. So if you are using them in a kid's room or in a classroom and it gets dirty, which it will, you could just pull them apart, throw this in the wash. After it's done, put it back together and you're good to go.
Sounds like a really easy way to add a pop of color.
Absolutely.
My daughter would love that. She wants to change her room all the time. So do you have a place where we can go to find instructions for some of these projects?
Of course. If you need more information or tips on how to get organized for the back-to-school season, you can go to velcro.com.
All right. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.